things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Burgess Snowfield at Amherst Stadium, home to the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. As we'll see, the number 25 team in the country, the Buffalo Bulls, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. And the Bulls will kick it away to start us off. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Quarterback making adjustments. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Throws to the wideout. Working on the right. He goes out of bounds right in the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Throwing the comeback looks like such a simple throw, but the timing is so important.
And as a quarterback, man, this is all about trusting your guy. You know exactly where he's going to sit it down. You anticipate it. You throw it. You know he's going to come back and make that play for you.
You know, if you're going to complete some of these deep crossing patterns, the offensive line has got to be able to hold up because you know that receiver, it's going to take him time to get where he needs to be. So everybody up front really has to do a nice job of creating a clean pocket for the QB to throw from. Really good execution.
Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to throw again. Got it behind the line. It's Barry. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
That's a great job by the defense, but I don't think the quarterback made the right decision on that RPO. It looked as if the defense was expecting run. They had the box crowded. That's when the quarterback, I think, needs to hold on to and then throw downfield.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. 1st and goal from the 7. And the Gamecocks had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Wants to adjust the pattern. They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. Looking for a pass to the end zone to the right. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss.
All right, so now you're in this 3rd down situation close to the goal line, and it just feels, David, like they're going to have to throw the football in order to score a touchdown here. I like maybe trying to get the quarterback outside on the perimeter and give him a run-pass option.
I like that too. Get the quarterback on the move. And here's the thing. If I get close and I get stopped, it's 4th down. 4th down means go for it. That's all that means now today in college football.
Trying to find the end zone. And they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Flicks it out of the air. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll bring it out. It's Royer. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Stacked up after gaining a couple to the 23.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Trying to beat the D deep. Fires into traffic, picked off.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Quarterback may change this route. To the air on first down. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, the offense is trying to go bootleg play action that time, but it had no chance because the defensive end won so quickly at the line of scrimmage. He was able to get in the backfield. He smothered the quarterback so fast for a sack.
The Gamecocks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. He slings it deep to the left. Go to the sideline, and it's complete, and they've got a big play.
What a start for this offense throwing the ball. I love how they've come out in this game, and they've been aggressive. They've already scored a touchdown, and here they are taking another shot and getting a big play. If you're on defense, you have got to find a way to slow this quarterback down.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Wants to go up top. Bringing the heat. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Royer. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The sure hands, it's Finley. Turning it on! And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
There's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Looking to pass, it's Murphy. Starting to feel a little pressure. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this has not been a good start for this offense. Like, this whole team, actually. They're already found themselves in a big hole. They're already trailing. They're going to need to throw the football, and you're going to have to protect your guy. This protection has to be better so he can make more plays.
Hit as he throws. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing the pick the last time out. This time, that was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off.
Nothing going right for this team early in the first quarter here. The defense is getting gashed, and now you've thrown a pick. The head coach has got to get his team together and get everybody to calm down and settle in.
And this defense, they've got to do a big job here. Like, offense put you in a bad spot. You haven't had some great moments, but this possession, we got to get a stop, got to stop the bleeding, and get the ball back to our offense.
Firing deep. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Forced out of the pocket. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. Guys, Jacksonville State has the lead here as we've reached the end of the quarter. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. And the Gamecocks will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
Powers through the defender.
Man, is it nice to be able to hand the football to a guy that can break tackles, that can make something out of nothing. Just, it makes it so much easier on offense. You can hit that big play, the big home run. Just the ability to break tackles can make a back really special.
Finds his big tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. To the air on 2nd down. Catch in the middle, it's Rourke. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the 1st down marker. The Bulls want to pick up the tempo. keeps slinging it. Got his man on the right. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be first and goal from the 7. Looking to throw. Fires into the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, a quick update on a notable game going on right now in the ACC. Miami is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sebastian isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by 7 over Boston College. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Making side adjustments here. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. Nice move to keep running. He gets across the 20-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 23.
And that's just a great individual effort by the wide receiver. He catches this ball way short of the sticks, but because he's able to make the defender miss, now he's able to get the extra yards and turn that into an explosive play.
From their own 23, it'll be first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. It's caught. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, if you're on defense, I mean, that's the way you want to get this quarterback running. He's right-handed, so get him to go to his left where you expect the accuracy to come way down. If they continue to do that, that's going to work in the defense's favor.
Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. We've reached the 2-minute timeout. We've got a tight one, and they'll try to build on the lead before going to the locker room. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback making checks. Off play action. Under fire. Complete to the right. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Guys, you never want to sound the upset alert bell too early, but might be time to at least know where the button is for it.
Know where the button is, and listen, there's no need to panic yet, but if you're the unranked team, just like this, when you're playing a better team, you want to come in and you want to hang around, Jesse, and they're doing just that, staying in this game and have a lead.
Yeah, the unranked team, they've been playing with more intensity in this one. And I think if you're a leader right now on the ranked squad, you've got to be talking to your guys and waking everybody up. This coaching staff is going to have to make some halftime adjustments, but they're going to have to give an earful to their guys to come out here in the second half and start making some plays. What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Put it where only his man could get it and gave him enough room to get the foot down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Might be calling a hot route. He wants to throw it again. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Throws to the tight end. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
And you will always remember your first. And how about that? Breaking on the football, getting an INT, the first INT. Keep the football, brother. The first of many big-time plays for this guy.
We'll see what they can do on this drive as it starts at the 8. Looking to throw, it's Murphy. Quickly to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Clock's running and they'll try to get to the line, warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Unloads it left. Can't make the grab, quarterback just missed him a little bit.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. They'll put it in play from the 27, first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Hauls it in. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Bulls want to crank the tempo. This is a designed run. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. Fires on the move. And a flag flies as the pass is incomplete. Let's see who it's on. He just lost track of where he was on the field. Entire body past the line of scrimmage. Illegal forward pass, and they will back him up. Second down coming up. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Line getting set on second down. Wants to throw. It's Murphy. Working that left side now. Breaks into the open. Tackled there by the defense. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quarterback floating away from pressure. A strike downfield. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Here's the handoff. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. The holder's going to line it up right at the 30. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt. And in the closing moments of the first half, they'll try to put a 3 spot on the board. And this one is perfect. And the field goal to end the half takes us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Royer. Makes a move. Got a little room. He's going to get loose. Oh, so close to taking it to the house. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 3. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. What a shot in the arm something like that can give you. You take over, first and goal from the 3. Scanning the field, it's Murphy. Now adjusting. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Firing to the right, complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
It's hard to throw the ball down here in the red zone, man. These windows are tiny, and that's why the teams that can run the ball the best generally are the best red zone offenses.
They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of settling for 3, but it is 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they're after him. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. And the defense got it. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And how about the defense just straight flipping the script? They got a goal-to-go situation, just trying not to give up a touchdown. You want to give up a field goal, not only do they make a big play, they scoop up the fumble, they take it all the way to the house, and they get a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Mountain West. Air Force is down, but they are not out of it. Not there in Colorado Springs, one of the more enjoyable places to watch a game in all of college football. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Hawaii. Just another week in the Mountain West where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. To the air, it's Murphy. Makes the grab on the left. Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped and out of bounds at the 45-yard line, and the big play has this offense ready to mount a threat.
Well, I know they're losing right now, but they're not going to be losing for long if they keep hitting shots like that. And I love the idea here, taking a shot to your best player on offense. This guy is one of the biggest playmakers in all of college football. Tremendous speed. He locates the ball, makes a catch, and that play gives this offense so much confidence.
Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. He wants to throw it. He'll take the deep shot. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Off the play fake. Gonna take a shot. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And at this point of the game, you just can't say enough about how good the defense has been covering this guy. Coming into the game, they knew he was the critical factor for this offense with his skill set. But they have really been able to shut him down. They force another incompletion down the field looking his way. To me, that's one of the biggest reasons why they're winning this game.
With a double-digit deficit here in the second half, they're going to go for it on 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
That took nerves of steel to convert that 4th down on the road.
Oh, man, the crowd going nuts. A big-time opportunity in the 3rd quarter to create some momentum, help them go crazy, help them go nuts. But the offense does their job, quiets the crowd, gets the big 4th down conversion.
Looking for a man, it's Murphy. Got it in the middle, it's Rourke. And he's brought down after a nice gain. This freshman quarterback is slinging it out there to pick up that 1st down. From the shotgun, the inside kid. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And that run really didn't go anywhere, and a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Rushes on him. They get to him as he throws.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Once you start to get down here towards the goal line, it's so much more difficult to throw the football, and you really want to stretch the defense sideline to sideline and use your speed and take advantage of the grass when you see it. They try to take a little bit of a shot down the field unsuccessfully. Nice job by this defense.
The quick out. How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down?
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You just got to wonder how frustrated this guy is, especially after the success he had their last game out, but just nothing going in this one. He has not been able to get himself into a rhythm. There's been way too much penetration up front defensively. They've been able to stop him in his tracks.
A little floater there that falls incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Motion from the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Unloads it downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And deja vu again. I'm not surprised, man. They found this guy for several touchdowns today, and they were looking for him again. He's made plays. He's dependable. Why would you not take shots? That one just missed, but I would not be shocked if they find that guy again.
Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. They'll start this drive going to the air. Looking to the big tight end. It's caught. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Bulls come to the line in the hurry-up.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They want to go tempo right now.
Gonna let it fly. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Buffalo!
That's number 2 on the day, having a day. I mean, you know he's going to catch the football, and you know he's going to make plays after he catches. Those are the kind of guys that you feature, and you find them, and they produce like this, you keep finding them.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. Looking downfield, it's Murphy. Pressure coming. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
Jacksonville State, 21. Buffalo, 16.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Rossi. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking to throw on first down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and long. Defense showing blitz here. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got it and still on his feet. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
5-yard line. 1st and goal, Buffalo.
They'll try to get it in with the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
We've come to the break, and Jacksonville State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. To the air, it's Murphy. Here's a hit. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this. defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 3rd and goal, they'll throw it. Quarterback adapting. Touchdown, Buffalo! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Great example of complementary football there. First, the defense comes away with the takeaway, and then offensively, you go to the ground game, being physical at the point of attack, running it in for a touchdown, and now you have the lead with not a lot of time left. They've now put all the pressure back on their opponent.
He's looking to throw. He gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion, and the cushion is now 3.
Well, that's the right call to go for 2 right there, because the analytics say if you get it, you now make it a 3-point game, and your opponent can only tie with the field goal. If you had gone for 1, your opponent could take the lead with the kick. So nice job there getting it executed.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Guys, we'll see what Jacksonville State can get going on home. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Keeps it on the bootleg. Looking to scramble. He's going to run it. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1.
What an easy way to get some free yards. I got an athletic quarterback that can do this. I can bootleg him to his right, make it a pass-run option. If he wants to take a shot down the field, so be it. But if not, just chew up some ground and go get a positive play.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Makes the catch. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. The Gamecocks will hustle to the line.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Steps away to find some room. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
It's complete on the right side. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
He wants to change this route. Wants to keep it in the air. The sweet feet buy a little time. Fires on the move. Got his man to the left. There he goes. Lowers those pads. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Yeah, and a nice job in the 4th quarter making plays, and a nice job being on the same page. QB, receiver. You could tell he broke with the football. He caught it in stride, gets into the end zone. Nice pitch and catch right there. Nice chemistry by the QB and wide receiver.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Coastal Carolina has the lead right now, but they haven't been able to separate themselves just yet there on the surf turf in Conway. They're up by 10 over Texas State. We'll keep you updated on things in a game that could alter the balance of power in the Sun Belt. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. To the air on first down. Quarterback moving. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. Second down, he'll throw it. Fires to the middle. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
It's third and long. Let's see if he's got enough juice in that arm. Back open in the middle. He cannot get there. It'll be fourth down. And the Bulls headed quickly to the line. On fourth down, going to the air. Here comes the heat. Takes a hit as he fires. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Man, that's a rough outcome. I get it. I want to try to be aggressive, but backed up in your own territory, aggressive, and you fail. Now you've set the other team up for almost automatic points.
Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Gets it out fast. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be second and inches coming up.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
2-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone.
Razor.
On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
They'll try to pick it up on the ground. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
And a chance perhaps to salt this game away if this offense can pay this off with a late touchdown. With the run on 1st and goal. Touchdown, Jacksonville State. And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Coming out with it, it's Royer. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Motion from the back. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And his throw is incomplete.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. He's moving out of the pocket. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
A deep throw as the clock winds down. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck-it-up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense picks it up. Touchdown, Gamecocks. The defense putting points on the board. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win.
They're winning the game, and the
Oh, and they blocked it. Still on his feet, and remember, he can return it.
The attempt at the 2-point conversion is no good. That keeps the score.
Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, but not before he gets it out to the 40-yard line. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Starts the drive trying to go up top. On the run, still looking. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. The Bulls moving quickly to the line. Makes the catch. It's Finley. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. The offense has it 1st and 10 from the 42. Looking downfield on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. Fighting off the defender. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock. And the Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. Wide open downfield. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Timeout, Buffalo.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. From the red zone, looking for a space. He wants it all. Touchdown, Buffalo! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
What a throw by the QB. You think about it, you don't have much space near the sideline, and he put that thing right on the outside of the sideline where his receiver could go make a play. Not only does he make the play, I'm pretty sure he got a foot in bounds, and that's a great touchdown catch. What a playmaker.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer.
That makes the score
Time is against them, still down by 2 scores, but they'll line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been